Hey everybody! So today I'm going to be talking to you about one of my personal favorite fragrances. I think I want to say of all time, but this is something that I think was one of the door openers to home fragrance for me. So we are talking about Catching Rays from Yankee Candle. You see before you I have two of them going because I usually do that with this fragrance. I have backups, and I think I have four backups, and so I usually buy a 22-ounce paraffin and a 22-ounce soy to layer them and put them together. So this is how I would usually burn this particular fragrance. And that's just a preference. I don't think it really has anything much to do with the fact that Yankee Candle is kind of, their scent oils aren't what they used to be. Their fragrance throw is not as strong as it once was. I would say that this is one of those fragrances that is always strong for me. So I haven't had to worry so much about this one kind of not hitting the mark like it did years ago. It's still really great. And I will continue to buy this because I am afraid they're going to discontinue it, and I always burn this because I love it. Okay, so I do have here the 22-ounce premium grade paraffin wax jar, the single wick that you see there. That is a very normal, typical jar of Yankee Candle. And it has a burn time of 110 to 150 hours. The one that has two wicks is the natural soy blended wax, and that has a burn time of 75 to 110 hours. They tend to burn faster than the paraffins. And I know that a lot of people prefer the two-wick tumbler because it's made with a soy wax, and soy wax tends to have a bit more throw. So a lot of people will get this fragrance, either put it under a lamp. Some people burn it, some people put it under a lamp, some people will basically break the glass, just get the wax out however they can, and then they do something called chunking. So they'll just cut the wax up into chunks and then put it in a wax melter of some kind. I almost said Max Welter. The overview for this fragrance is: sharp orange and golden amber bring that great beach feeling of being warmed all the way through by a perfect summer sun. The notes are orange, lavender, rosemary, geranium, amber, cypress, moss, and musk. If the appeal for me is obviously a 10. This is just absolutely a meg fragrance. So and it throws for me too. So the throw is like a 7.5. It's really one of the stronger Yankees that I've ever had. So the story goes like this. I was in Kohl's with my mom in 2017, and she picked up a couple of room sprays for the bathroom. And we were looking together, and she sprayed this one, and I told her, you have to get that. Whatever that is, you have to get it. And I looked at it, and I immediately, when we left the store, I regretted not getting one for myself. But cut to the holidays that year in 2017, I literally bought everything that I could possibly find in this fragrance. Like, I had coupons. I like, it was a good time to buy. And I bought 22-ounce jars like I do have these two here. I bought the reed diffuser. I bought room sprays. I bought votives. I bought tea lights. And I think I think I got a car air freshener too. And everything I possibly could get in this fragrance I did, because it was an immediate love, an immediate true love, like just soulmate kind of vibes, okay? And I know that's weird to say, but sometimes you smell a candle and you just know it's meant to be yours. So it smelled to me, it smelled sweet and clean, and it struck me as this Snuggle fabric softener that I used to use in the early 2000s that they regretfully do not make anymore. And I used it all the time and my clothes smelled like it. And this just reminded me, it was familiar to me, in other words. It was something that struck me as familiar, yet I'd never smelled this fragrance before, so it definitely wasn't, I didn't know why it was just nostalgic for me. And I still really don't know. I haven't really figured it out, other than that Snuggle fabric softener. It does not strike me. Do not get the notes. Don't hear the notes and go, I won't like that. Orange and lavender, rosemary, geranium, what the hell? It doesn't strike me as an orange fragrance. It's more like a very sweet breeze wafting through the clothesline with all the clothes hanging out on the line, like the wind comes through and then you get a waft of that clean, just washed clothes hanging on the line, like the linens and stuff, and it just comes over you on like the most beatific spring day. And this is my happy scent. This is the one I go to when I need an uplift. This is the one I go to when I'm like, this is what I want to smell like all the time. This is what I want every room in my house to smell like. This is what I want to have around me all the time. Like it's just so me. And if you do smell this ever, or you've tried this, and you may not like it, but understand that that's like me in a jar. It sums up what I like in a fragrance: sweet, clean. It has this very uplifting quality to it. It sort of reminds me, now stay with me here. If you're a child of the 80s and 90s, you probably remember the candy that turned into gum called Razzles. It really smells like how original Razzles used to taste in the 80s and 90s. Of course, they've changed it, so you can't get that original flavor anymore, but it's like a combination of all the flavors of Razzles, especially the like the red one. It has this fragrance. Catching Rays has this sweet, candy sweet aspect to it, and yet the baseline of this fragrance is clean. So it's very strange in a way, but when you smell it, you understand. Like, I don't know, there's something about it that I can't really put into words, but all I can say is I recommend this to everybody. I love the way this smells. I could burn this anywhere. I would say it can be maybe geared more towards a bathroom or laundry area kind of fragrance, but I like it in my room. I could burn it in the kitchen. It doesn't matter, wherever I want. when I want my space to feel a certain way, I light this up because it lights me up. This is my happy fragrance. And I really wanted to talk about this today because I've been reviewing a lot of different fragrances from Goose Creek recently, and I just wanted a little bit of a break. There are other candle companies that I want to talk about that I love, and I wanted to take just a short little time to devote to a fragrance that I absolutely just fall head over heels for. And I still have, I have to put money aside to get this whenever I possibly can. There's probably one other Yankee, there's a couple of other Yankees that I really do love, like Balsam and Clove. Absolutely. I geek out for it. And maybe even leather. But I buy Catching Rays over and over and over again, much more than any other Yankee fragrance. So they did really well with this, in my opinion. And I will be very sad if this ever goes away. So just know that I think it's been around for a really long time, to be honest. I've seen this with the old big labels that Yankee Candle used to have on the 22-ounce jars, like those really wide labels. So I think it's been around for a while, but it was new to me in 2017, and now it has become a part of my collection, and it will remain a part of my collection until it is no longer available. And even then, I will be that old lady that's on eBay looking for it. So I hope that you guys are all having a fantastic day. This has been my review for Catching Rays from Yankee Candle. 100% recommend it. And I will speak to you all soon. Bye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share with those you know who enjoy home fragrance as much as us. And hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload.